Welcome to the university's Performance Development Program. This training video will provide information about the assessment and final stages of the program. The stages of the ePDP are listed here: annual plan, planning approval, self-assessment, supervisor assessment, verbal meeting, final assessment with the staff and then supervisor, and the completed. These same stages are made into a flowchart for easier understanding. This handout and more is available on HR's website, www.gvsu.edu/hro/ePDP. The first two stages are annual plan and annual plan approval. A thorough training video is available on HR's website, but we will do a quick review here. As you can see, there are four components to the annual plan: job responsibilities, goals, competencies, and your professional development plan. So, what are job responsibilities? A job responsibility is something you are responsible for at work. Responsibilities are ongoing and are not unique to a given year. Job responsibilities can be found in either your job description or your position announcements. There's no need to include all listed job duties. 5 to 7 should be sufficient. It's also easy to group similar ones together, and your supervisor can help you organize them. Previously entered responsibilities will appear each year, but there's also an opportunity to edit them if need be. The next component are goals. In short, a goal is something you strive to accomplish in a given time frame. Remember that goals can turn into job responsibility. An easy example is the transition of the university's performance development program. It was a goal for it to be paperless, and now it has turned into a job responsibility to manage the program. Life goals can take years to accomplish: graduate from college, get a master's, pay off your mortgage. Goals are also easy to understand when a sports analogy is used or when thinking of a New Year's resolution. Goals in an employment setting are typically created and reviewed on an annual basis. When creating goals, it is suggested to write them in the format of a SMART goal: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and tangible. A broader explanation of SMART goal concept is included on HR's website. The third component are university competencies. Here's the list of university competencies that have been developed by the senior management team. A complete description of each competency is provided as you work through the system. Also, there's a full list with the description available on HRO's website. And the fourth component is your professional development plan. Professional development plan identifies what skills and knowledge you think is needed for your career development. Each year, this is a blank slate. You will need to develop your own plan, but you can use your supervisor as a resource. So for most of you, your annual plan has been created and approved by your supervisor. If your annual plan has not been approved, it's perfectly appropriate to remind your supervisor to do so. And as the academic year is progressing, you are successfully performing all your job responsibilities and accomplishing all of your goals. Then in March of each year, the assessment stage begins. Listed here are the 5 possible ratings for job responsibilities and competencies. First, self-reflect on your performance over the past year, on your job responsibilities and university competencies. Then use these ratings, select one that you believe fits your performance. In the system, it will appear on a drop-down list. With each assessment selection, there's also an opportunity to provide some comments. For example, how did I manage the ePDP program? Did I provide good trainings? Were my reminders timely and well written? Did I respond to staff and supervisor questions or any changes in reporting structure? And how did the year-end statistics look? Were they good? Was there good performance, or was the participation weak? And then I can add some comments. For new staff, there are 2 additional ratings for someone who has worked at Grand Valley for 6 months or less. Since their work time has been limited, one of these simple ratings are used. The rating scale for goals is different, but again, self-reflect on your accomplishment of your goals that you created in your annual plan and choose a rating that you believe is appropriate. There is no rating scale for the professional development plan. but you will need to comment on your plan for the academic year. After you have completed your assessment and your supervisor has received an email indicating that you are finished, then they will go in to begin to assess your performance. You will get an email indicating when their assessment of you is done, and your supervisor should then begin to schedule a discussion meeting. At this point, your supervisor's assessment is available for you to review when you log into the system. Please help in getting the discussion meeting scheduled. Everyone is very busy and it's easy to forget this step in the process. And you should be sure to prepare well for the meeting. If you disagree with some part of the assessment, or if your supervisor has forgotten something, the discussion meeting is your time to talk with them about it. Edits can still be made at this time by your supervisor. And what is next? Once the discussion meeting is done, your supervisor will indicate in the system and you will receive an email. You can then log in to review the assessment for accuracy, indicate if you are satisfied or if you are dissatisfied, add comments, and then indicate you are ready to send the final comments to your supervisor. When you select yes, you are ready to send your final comments along. This only means that you have reviewed it and have had the chance to discuss it with your supervisor. At this point, as a staff member, you have completed your portion of the performance development program. This completes our review of staff member self-assessment and final stages of the ePDP system. If you need any help, call 331-2215 or email hro@gvsu.edu.